Awesome. Welcome to our What is Coaching call. My name is Jen, and I am one of the sisterhood coaches here to tell you a little bit tonight about what this coaching opportunity is all about. So our plan tonight, we want to be really mindful of your time. We know that you're busy, and we really, truly appreciate you taking the time to be here with us tonight. So we're hoping to keep the call to 30 minutes, get you in, tell you everything you need to know about what coaching is all about, and then let you continue on with your evening. So what is coaching? It's a funny term that a lot of times we have women who are
Jen. All right, I'll take over. I think what she was going to say is that coaching, honestly, I think the word intimidates a lot of people. We are not experts. We are not fitness professionals, although some start out as that. But we are just women sharing our journey and inspiring others along the way. Tonight, we're going to hear from 3 different coaches who are going to share their story and just listen and see if maybe some of it resonates with you. We really pride ourselves on community and our coach community together doing this business. So I'm going to toss it over to Erin. She's going to open up and tell her story first.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Erin. I am super excited to be here tonight and to speak with all of you. I have been coaching now coming up to 3 years, which feels crazy. Before I started coaching, I was a busy working mom with 2 young kids. I worked full time for the federal government, and I was that like go mom who like got up, got the kids to school, got to work, rushed all day, rushed to the grocery store at the end of the night, rushed to get home to feed my kids, rushed to the hockey rink, was at the hockey rink, came home, got my kids to bed, and then at the end of the day, I just crashed. I was exhausted. I had nothing left for myself. I had no hobbies. I had no real like things for me. I had no passions, nothing that excited me. Honestly, I just felt like I was giving. And at the end of the day, I had nothing left for myself. I started doing these programs with my sister, Courtney, and some of our other sisters and our mom. They were all doing it, and I simply was just like, didn't want to be left out. So I was like, okay, I'll go all in with you guys. We did our first program together, 80-Day Obsession, in January 2018. And from there, to be honest, like I watched other coaches online a lot, and I just felt like drawn to them. I was so intrigued and interested. I couldn't like, I was so in denial. I wouldn't tell anybody that I was interested or like even acknowledge that I was following these coaches, but I just felt drawn to what they were doing. They had so much passion. They were so joyous. They felt so happy to me. But I would never do what they were doing. And it really wasn't until like we did our own program, and then my sister Courtney was living in the States, and I was like, maybe you should coach Court. Like I'm totally that person that would rather convince somebody else to do something scary than admit that I want to do it myself. So Courtney started coaching, and I was like her biggest fan, her biggest cheerleader. I sent all of my friends to her. She started building this community, and I was like hella jealous. And it took a long time for me to even confess and admit to myself that I wanted to do it. But it was like the scary, biggest, like terrifying leap of faith that I did. I was terrified to put myself out there on social media. I had a really big job in the federal government. I was worried about what my like peers and leaders would think of me at work. And ultimately I just decided like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it well. And I went all in on it. And I'm not going to lie, there isn't a single aspect of my life that hasn't been improved from coaching. While I was at my job, it made me a better leader. I felt like I was more joyous. I had more passion. I had more energy for life. I feel like I'm a better mom. I have more patience. I'm not that like yelly, cranky, like stressed, busy rush mom that I feel like I really was before. I feel like this has helped me like with my marriage, with my life. It's helped us financially. Like there isn't an aspect of my life that this hasn't helped. And after the course of 2.5 years, I ended up leaving my federal government job, and I now do this full time, which has been the biggest blessing for my life, for my family, for my career, everything. So coaching, honestly, is something I never in my life thought that I would do, but it's the biggest blessing I've ever had. It's literally saved me from that crazy mom, and it's given me myself and my own life back. So I'm excited to share that with you guys tonight. And I think next, who am I passing it over to? I'm passing it over to Sarah. She's going to share a little bit about her life too.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah. I have been coaching for about 1.5 years now. I do it part-time. I teach full-time. I'm a grade 7 teacher. I also have 2 young kids at home. And when I first joined the community, I joined as a client, right? Like most people do. I was about 6 weeks into doing these programs when my coach at the time invited me to the coaching opportunity. And if I'm being honest, I thought it was a joke. Like I laughed at her, I shut it down. She was an old friend of mine. Like I thought it was a joke. I had been doing these programs for 6 months. Or sorry, 6 weeks, not 6 months, 6 weeks. I wasn't engaging in the community. I wasn't following the nutrition program. I was kind of sort of doing these programs. Like I felt very unqualified to be able to do this. But after she asked me, I really started to think, okay, I'm feeling better than I did 6 weeks prior. Even though I'm not all in with my journey, I'm happier, I have more energy, like I'm starting to feel a bit of a transformation, and something switched for me. All of a sudden I wanted this to be something that I could stick with long term. I wanted to develop it into a lifestyle, and looking at my track record, the only way I was going to be able to make that happen was to have more accountability. So I decided to start coaching strictly like for selfish reasons, for my own physical transformation, and I expected nothing else from it. It was a terrifying decision for me. I felt like I had absolutely no time to give to this, just like Erin. I was 2 weeks back to work after my mat leave, going back to school. My plate was full. I felt like, I don't know, like who would want to join me, just because at that point, I think I lost like 5 to 10 pounds. Like I just had this massive list of reasons as to why I couldn't do it. But I decided to do it, like I said, for the accountability, even though it was terrifying, easily the best decision I've probably ever made in my life. So I want to share with you guys tonight, not only how it has impacted me, but how it has impacted those in my life who I love the most, friends, old high school people, girls that I work with, stuff like that. So first and foremost was like my reason for starting, my own physical transformation. My hope was to lose like 10 to 15 pounds when I first joined, because none of my work clothes fit. 1.5 years later, I'm down just over 60 pounds. And I didn't even think this was something that was possible for me. And there's no way I would have done this without coaching. Like there's no way. And the reason for this is because there are so many days where I peeled my ass out of bed because I knew I had to. It's my job. People are looking for me. They're depending on me. They're waiting for me to show up. So the physical transformation, the accountability, it was the real deal for me. It worked like beautifully. It still does. This has easily been the hardest year in my teaching career. And if I wasn't coaching, I wouldn't be working out. I wouldn't be hitting the reset button constantly when I feel like I need it. Like I don't know where I would be this year without coaching. So even though my plate is so full, this accountability factor 1.5 years in still plays such an important role for me, my life and my journey. But what is probably more important than the things that I've lost or the things that I've gained, like Erin said, I'm a more patient mom. I'm a happier person. I'm more productive. I'm more confident. The people that have come into my life, not only as clients and my community, but this coaching team, is something that I never expected, and something that I'll never take for granted again. And honestly, something that I would never leave like 1.5 years into this. So my own personal journey has been huge with this, but the impact on other people has been pretty special. And I didn't think I would really inspire anybody to join me. Like the first person who joined was my aunt and then my mom, because I forced them to, because I didn't want to do it by myself. But over the last 1.5 years, I've had so many people join, like family members, girls that I work with, like I said, old high school people. Tons of people have made their health more of a priority because I was brave enough to share what I was doing, and I invited them to join me. And I cannot tell you how rewarding it is when you get that inbox message, whether they're someone you're close with or a complete stranger, and they're thanking you. They're thanking you for giving them that nudge, for pushing them to get started, because they are also feeling these positive effects or these positive impacts that you are or you will when you step into this coaching role. So that has been really, really special. Even in terms of the coaches who have joined my team, like I have a couple coaches on my team who have said time and time again that this coaching opportunity is like the only positive light in their life right now. And I can't help but wonder, like, where would they be right now if I didn't make this decision like 1.5 years ago? And I truly believe that as coaches, we probably don't even understand like the magnitude of our impact that we have on people. And it really is something that's so special. And then the last like major reason is something that I really didn't expect out of this, and that's the income potential. I assume people who had success in this business, I don't know, they're like unicorns or something. Like I didn't think it was something that was even a possibility. I remember saying to my husband, because money was tight, I was just heading back to work after mat leave, I was sending 2 kids in daycare. I said, what if I do this and I can make enough money so this hobby of mine doesn't cost me anything? That was the goal, was to make enough money. Fast forward to last March, my oldest son has a compromised immune system. We had to make the decision for my husband to take a leave of absence from work. And we were able to do that. We were able to get by comfortably because of the income that I'm able to bring in through coaching. And like what's probably, again, even more important than that is giving my coaches on my team the permission to also want to make an additional income for their family, whether that's a second income, whether they're single moms, a third income, or maybe even change where they see their projection in their career and what they want to do with the rest of their life. So again, my decision a year and a half ago continues to have this ripple effect. And it, like I said, it's something that really is so, so special. So I want to encourage you guys tonight after this call to really just assess where you are with your journey. Like, how are things going for you? Where are you at? Do you feel like that extra accountability could be something that is beneficial to you, whether you are looking for the physical transformation, or maybe it's emotional or mental, whatever your story is? And would it make your heart happy to inspire other people in your life to do the same thing? Or do you have those people in your life that you want to do this with? And if you can make some extra money while doing this, what would that do for your household? And I know it's a scary decision if you're anything like me, but I promise if you make the jump and you give it your full effort and you put your heart into it, it's worth it time and time again. So I'll pass it off to you, Court.
Wow. Thank you, Sarah. I love hearing you speak, and it's cool. It's like full circle, right? Sarah and I used to waitress together when I was like 20, and we were acquaintances, but like we weren't buddies back then, you know, and now we run these businesses alongside each other, and hearing her and how it's impacted her life is just so freaking cool. Hi, my name is Courtney. Started the sisterhood, like Erin mentioned, by peer pressure. But really, I had never really heard of Beachbody or this business opportunity. I was not somebody that watched coaches for 4 years. I started a program with my sisters, like Erin mentioned, to lose weight. I gained 75 pounds with both my pregnancies, and I had always struggled with my weight. I'd always struggled with my body image. My happiness and my weight were like directly tied together. So when I started these programs, one mission only, was to lose weight. On day 26, when Erin said, "Why don't you coach?" I really, like, first off, my first thought was thinking about like other women I'd seen do network marketing on Facebook. And I was like, kind of like cringing a little bit. But then I also thought about that lifestyle that came with it, the work from home, the time freedom, like that type of stuff. And I really started to think about it. I also looked at my coach, Kim, and the lifestyle that she was leading. She had just left her corporate job. They were making 6 figures doing this coach thing. And if I really thought about it, like, I admired what she was doing. Alongside starting my journey, she really was inspiring me to stay on course with my journey as I watched her on her Instagram. And so when I decided to coach, I was like, okay, you know, my biggest driving force was to stay accountable, to lose the weight. I was like, if I started this Instagram, I'm going to feel like too embarrassed to quit, kind of thing. So I started the Instagram. Initially, I was just like, I'm not going to add anybody. I'm just going to like see how it goes so I can like lose some more weight and feel a little bit more confident about maybe having a before and after, right? And it was, honestly, it was 10 minutes and people were starting to request me. Like, I had no clue what Instagram was about. I had previously had a private profile with 100 friends. I would like not approve people that I didn't know, or even that I did know and didn't want to connect with. So anyway, people started requesting me and I was like, abort, you know. It was one of those moments where I was like, I literally have to shut this down now, or just close my eyes and blind faith, go all in. And that's what I did. It was literally like a 20-minute shift in decision. And I went all in and I decided, like, if I'm going to do this, then I'm going to give it my heart and soul. And I started posting every single day. I started sharing every single day about my journey and where I was at. Like, it was almost laughable because I had never been I had no credibility in the fitness space. Another part of me is that I have struggled with addiction most of my life. And so coming into this space of coaching, I was like terrified that people were going to be like, well, what gives you the right to come on here and coach me through this? But as I started as a baby coach, I really just committed to sharing where I was at on that day in my journey, and it really started to resonate with people. A lot of people are like, I want to coach so I can like impact lives and change lives. And when new coaches join, I really challenge them, because honestly, most of our decisions are about us, right? And it has to be something that you think coaching could improve your life with, because that's what's going to give you the determination to really go all in and to really give it everything you have. What coaching has done for my life over the course of the past 3 years, I've had some ups and downs. I'm not going to say that like, this is amazing, you got to do it, your life's going to be the best. Like, there are hard times showing up on social media every single day, doing your best to be authentic and share your journey, let alone waking up to do your workout and to actually be in your journey. It's hard. And it comes with some emotional ups and downs. But the biggest thing that coaching has done for my life, it's forced me to look in the freaking mirror and figure out what's holding me back from doing that the best possible way I can. Because in the beginning, there were things like I was still struggling with smoking, where I'd be smoking for a month and then I wouldn't, and then I would, and then I wouldn't. And that was holding me back from showing up authentically as a coach. And so I've had to work on that and let go of that habit. In the beginning, me and my husband were still going out on those random Saturdays and getting like blackout drunk. And I had to realize that honestly, I couldn't show up the next day as the coach that I wanted to be. And so I had to look at that lifestyle and make those changes. Those are really drastic. Maybe it's something small in your life. Maybe it's a couple glasses of wine every night. I don't know. Whatever it is in your life that's holding you back from maybe being your best version, coaching will rip that freak out of your soul. I promise you, because being authentic is not as easy as you might think it is, but it is so, so worth it. I can honestly say that coaching has brought me to my very, very best self, and I'm still working to be her tomorrow. So if you feel like you could have some accountability in being your best, then this will absolutely help you get there. That's a little bit from me. I'm going to pass it to Jen, and we're going to answer just some frequently asked questions, because a lot of people have the same ones.
Yeah, thanks so much, Court. So as we go, can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay. The little thing came up that's like, you're unstable. Not me, the internet connection. So as we go through the frequently asked questions, if there are other questions you think of, just pop them in the chat as we go. We're here to answer all of your questions. So the first one that we get is, how much does it cost to be a coach? It's a really small investment, you guys. In the US, it's $15 a month. In Canada, it's $19 a month. That is your coach fee. So that covers your 25% discount that you're going to get off of all of the Beachbody programs and products. It also going to give you access to the back office, which is our management system that keeps track of all of your customers and all of your earnings and all that stuff. And it gives you access to Beachbody's customer service, which is honestly incredible. One of the best customer services that I know of for sure. We don't take care of anything, you guys. We don't process credit cards. We don't do returns. We don't do exchanges. We don't do lost packages. Customer service takes care of everything for that. So we're very blessed. So that's a really small investment that you pay to be a coach every month. And then on top of that, the ladies were sharing tonight, a big part of coaching is being proof of these products, which means showing up, doing the programs, and also using the products. Beachbody has top of the line, really amazing health and nutritional products. And so we use those as well. So investing in those every month, just for you and your own consumption of it. You're not going to be stockpiling anything in your garage. You don't have to sell it off yourself. You just purchase your own products each month, and then you're helping get everyone else set up with theirs as well. Yes, energized for life. So the other question that we get is, how much can you make? This is kind of a funny question because, like the ladies touched on, this is an opportunity. Oh yeah, I totally said conception. I meant consumption. This is an opportunity that can be as amazing as helping you pay for your family's groceries one month, or being able to help you build a 7-figure business. There are people doing everything, and we have everyone here within the sisterhood with that variety of goals. There's no rule or limit on what your goals need to be a part of our team. You can be here as someone who just wants to earn her products back, like what Sarah said, and not have to pay for her products each month. Or you can be someone like Courtney who wants to be able to have the time freedom to work from home and like Erin, like be able to make this your absolute living. So we do earn our income in 2 different ways. There's a 25% commission, direct commission that you earn off of everything that you sell. As well, you'll start to earn team bonuses, and there are quarterly bonuses as well as that goes on too, as you start to build and develop a team. And that's where the real amazing residual income comes in. And we are here to support and guide any of you with whatever kind of goals you want to earn with your income. So I think I'm going to pass it off now to, is it Courtney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is this a pyramid scheme though? I think that many women honestly feel uncomfortable starting an online business and often get that objection either from people in their family or maybe their spouse, and they don't really know how to answer it. So a pyramid scheme is when you put money into something for no product or service, you get nothing back in return. So just plain and simply, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. It is network marketing, or otherwise called multi-level marketing. It's the way of the freaking future, guys. I don't know if 2020 has shown us anything, but the ability to start a business from your home for $160, which is just the challenge pack. If you're already a client, it will cost you $40 or free. But the ability to start a business for that low of cost and earn the amount of income that a lot of us are earning now that we're 3 years into this business is insane. Erin and I always say to each other, we cannot believe how big of a gift this freaking business is. So call it what you want, but this business is beautiful. This spouse thing is the real deal. I know that a lot of people struggle to how to approach this with their spouse or what their spouse will think. I'll tell you that it really just is all about communication. I didn't tell Josh that I was doing this business for like 2 weeks until one of my sisters outed me and was like, "Oh, have you seen Courtney's Instagram?" And I was like, he doesn't know, and it was really my own insecurities that I didn't want to tell him instead of really owning it, so once I was able to sit down with him and be like, you know what, I want to give this a go. It really doesn't matter what this business is called. It matters what it's doing in your life. So there's that. The second one is just it's just to sort of talk about your social media presence and the fear of putting yourself out there on social. And honestly, in our coach training, I say it like this. It's kind of like, suck it up, buttercup. Social media, I know it's scary. I really know that it is. I felt that. I think I'm a pretty confident person, and I still was scared shitless to start this. But I'll say social media is an incredible free marketing tool that you have at your fingertips in order to build and grow this business. And if you can sort of switch your mindset to think like that it's this tool you get to use to grow this and have a larger impact. Sometimes I've spoken to women that are fitness professionals, and they're like, "Oh no, I like to teach in-person classes." And it's like, okay, cool. You get to impact those 12 people who show up. But if you actually are able to show up on social media and spread your message and your joy and your impact, hundreds and thousands of people are going to be impacted by what you're sharing. So we do a lot of training on social media. We help you craft your first sort of post. We help so much in this area. We do weekly calls that talk about social media. So I get it. It's everybody else's fear. I promise you'll be okay. And yeah, suck it up, buttercup. On to Erin.
Okay, guys. So one of the biggest questions I often get is, how much time do you have to put into this? When I first started, like I said, I had a big job. I had 2 kids who were in rink sports. I literally had zero time. And at the end of the day, I was effing exhausted. What I really found though, is that while I was doing these programs, they were giving me life. They were giving me passion and they were giving me excitement. So at the end of the night, once my kids were going to bed, I was so, instead of crashing and watching some TV show with my husband, I would sit on my computer or on my phone and reach out to other women, dive into our community, like inspire other people. And I was going to bed like on fire. I had so much more energy and passion and excitement because I was doing something that was giving me excitement. So how much time do you have to put into that? It's truly up to you. It is absolutely the best thing about this business is that, like Jen was saying, this can be as small as this being your hobby, or it can be as big as you making $1 million a year. Like the span is genuinely that big. It's entirely up to you what you want to do about what you want to do with this. So obviously the amount of time you put into that will dictate how successful you are and how much money you make. So in the beginning, I had no idea what to expect. I would put some time once my kids went to bed at night, maybe like an hour. I would say if you had an hour a day to give to this, you would hit the ground running and do really great. I also heard a top coach recently say, they recommend when new coaches start, if they can find 4 15-minute blocks in their day and have like dedicated 15 minutes 4 times a day to connect with people, reach into their challenge group, inspire other people, post something on social media, you can really do something with this business. It's all about just starting and seeing where it'll go from there. The next question we get is like, how do you get started? What do you do? How are you going to teach us? So will say the best coaches are those who love these programs, love these products, and go all in on the program. So if you haven't done a program yet, if you haven't tried on demand, if you haven't tried the program, you haven't gone all in on a program, that's your number one spot. If you haven't done that, then ultimately you'll just be a salesperson. You'll be like, hey, you should try this, without a real story behind you, without really genuinely sharing what you love about these programs and products. We always say that we're not salespeople. We genuinely aren't selling, we're sharing. So I share every single day what I'm doing, what products I'm using, what programs I'm doing, and that's coming from a genuine place because I absolutely love it. So first come, first serve, you need to do a program and go all in on it like it's your job. From there, we do group mentorship every single month. So starting in April 1st, we have a group mentorship pod where everybody all comes together. It's really awesome because everybody's in the same boat. Everybody has the same fears. Everybody's nervous about the same things. Everyone has the same questions, and we really lean in together to help each other get this business up and running. We do 3 mentorship calls in the month every Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, where we all come together, Courtney and I, and some of the other coaches. We do some training. We talk about getting your business up and going, and we answer any questions that you have. From there, the training doesn't stop. Just like Courtney was saying, we have weekly calls where we are pouring into you. The beauty about this is that the better we all do, the better we all do. There's no secrets here. It's not like Courtney and I are like, we've achieved and we've succeeded and we're going to keep all of our secrets to ourselves. We share everything so that everybody can succeed and be as best as they can. And we all do it together, which I freaking love. Okay. So enough of me talking. I'm going to pass it back to Jen.
Thanks so much, Erin. So hopefully that has answered all of your questions. Hopefully that's given you an idea of what this coaching opportunity is all about. We really appreciate you taking the time. Something that I just want to leave you with though, when you get off this call, I really want to give you a challenge. So you've heard about this opportunity that's really out of the box, and so often when something is outside the box, it scares us because it's uncomfortable and we don't really know about it. And like Courtney said, we're all scared of the judgment and the risk that comes with it. But I want to challenge you to think about what could happen here and why could you be really great at this? And what could this possibly do for you in your life? Even if it's as much as meeting an incredible group of women, which we can guarantee you 1000% that's something that will happen for you. So I want to challenge you to take a moment and to think about that and then connect with the coach who invited you to this call. Because if you're on this call tonight, it's because she sees something in you and wanted you to be here. So we really appreciate you taking the time tonight to be here with us, and we look forward to talking to you later. Take care.